social elements and human elements. We can be good doctor, big advocate, big social worker, big engineer, very big management giant, but not good human being.
Absolutely.
What we will do with him? So first, most important is we must be a good human being. Social elements and human elements have to be the priority. And as human being, we are Homo sapiens, the most intelligent living being in the earth. What does it mean? It means also we have the most important responsibilities to the nature, to the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, ecology, and at the end to our fellow citizens. Most importantly to our neighbors. This we must not forget, because the most intelligent living being in the earth have to take the most important responsibility. I am going to explain you just my adventure. As a human being, I wanted to contribute. It's not really a big organization, not big things, but the way I wanted to contribute to the society, that is the story. And just the message will be that if you have nothing, even not big resource, not from a big family, not big politicals, but if you really want and if you believe in something, you can always make something. When I was starting this project, I was really simply, my wealth was I am a doctor. Coming from simple, rural, poor background, no politics, no big parents, nothing. I was asking Mother Teresa, Mother, how I will do it? She said one day, Doctor, if you do good work, money and people will be not problem. There are enough money in the world for the good work. And that really has proved. You will see that slowly. I will go quickly. No, I have no time to talk about these things, just go. Now this is just to locate you the places while you are working. You should find your mother and child. Now start with this person. I hope you recognize, not my Indian friends, the friends from abroad. I hope you recognize this person. Yes? Please tell one of you, who is this? If you don't tell, it will be a scandal for me. Please, come on. Nobody know any foreigners from my friends? Yes, loudly.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Very good, thank you, Ada. She said very well, I am very happy. Somebody said Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma is not his name. He got it. One day, spontaneously, people of India started to call him, you are Mahatma, a man with great soul. He made our country independent without bloodshed by non-violence, non-cooperation movements. I'm not going into details. He said, my life is an experiment with the truth. Please, if you get the time, read the book. My life is an experiment with the truth. He believed in truth. Simple living, high thinking. He used to make his own clothes. You see, simple living, example of simple living, high thinking. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. So, there is no path. But peace, you see, how strongly he believed in it. A great master. Gautam Buddha, Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore, social element and human elements. And our great Mother Teresa. I had really luck. You know, the icon or model of my life, personally, is really Gautam Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, and Mother Teresa. And first four, I had no chance to meet them. I would like to meet Gautam Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, Vivekananda, but I had no chance to meet them because they died even before my birth. My Mother Teresa is one of that kind, and I was very fortunate. Not I only did not meet her, I worked with her as a colleague 2 years, 1990-91, working as a director of missionary charity medical director of missionary charity, and came in contact with her 2 years working together closely. And I learned lot of things. Mother Teresa used to say one message, you see. He said, Dr. Sujit, because he was very simple. Her education was only up to class 10. Born in a very poor family in Albania, joined in Irish convent, was sent at the age of 20 to Calcutta to teach geography for the primary school. But you see what she has done. Only few days before she became saint. And I am proud that I worked as a colleague with the saint. So that is coming, you will see. But the message she said, beautiful. Dr. Sujit, possibly we cannot do great thing because we are simple. But we can do a small thing with great love. Because love is mine. How much I will do it, I can decide. So that we have to decide that way. So we cannot do great thing in our life, possibly, but we can do small thing with great love. Now this is the beginning. As a young doctor, coming from a simple background, became doctor in Calcutta Medical College, got the scholarship from International Red Cross Geneva for my specialization in pediatrics in Belgium. 5 years quickly, specialist. They liked me, I joined as a doctor and teacher. Lived in 7 years in Belgium. World was open to me, everything was for me. But I was not happy because as a doctor, I wanted to be more useful for the people. Belgium is not the right place. It is India, it's my country. As you have heard that we have to participate and we have to contribute. Because we are human beings, we are not parasites. So I wanted to participate and to contribute to my society. How that I am going to show. After working 2 years, Mother Teresa, she said, start your own mission. I said, Mother, I'm simple, how? He said, no, everyone has the potentiality, capacity, go ahead. No money, do good work, money will come. I had the skill of medical knowledge. I went with my bag, walked to the 24 Pargana village, somewhere start working. You see, the thing is that, sometimes dear friend, I give you a little message here also, you will see it will moving, because most of the time in a development work, yes, we have talked a lot about, my two previous colleagues have told explained very clearly, we have not to do any charity. Nobody needs help, nobody needs your charity, because everyone in any level have the same capacity, potentiality like us. They just need the opportunity and we have to create the opportunity. Giving charity to somebody, you are destroying the dignity. No, please come on. We'll hold your hand and we shall try to work together. In Indian scenario, you know, exploited in various ways. First started with the religion, caste system, you know. People are high, middle, lower, and even untouchable, horizon people. Can you believe people, human being can be really untouchable? Then you have economical class, social class, political class, all this. But you see, really everyone, I have seen in the village, in my rural work experience, you give them the chance, everyone will become like us. Just they need the chance, they need the opportunity. Now, this is the first slide you see. As a doctor, that time I was a specialist pediatrician doctor, I could make my life in Europe, at least Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, comfortable with the rich people, but I had a different destination. This is my hospital. Only 22 years before, starting with, because I had something in my bag, walked to the village, I said I will help on my own way. But I was trying to tell you, dear friend, sometimes we make big mistakes. Because what we do, we go anywhere to do something and we do what we know. We do not look what they did. That was the mistake that I learned after 3 years of my medical experience in the rural area. Just give you a little bit scenario of our society, this moment. They have explained very well. You know, India meaning is rural India. Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay is not India, dear friend, do not make a mistake. It is only 16 to 20% people, we are privileged class. But India meaning is rural India, 70 to 80% people live in rural India. So that is India, our country. Now, what is happening among these 80% people? 90% of this population will never meet a doctor when they are sick. Doctor means a qualified doctor, I mean, not that Hature or the squats. 50 to 60% cannot read and write. The one who can shakhor, that's not educated here. Shakhor, no. 50 to 60% cannot read and write, and the most tragedy is still in 21st century. He said in the 70 years of our independence, still 30 to 40% people are recognized, designated by the government BPL people, people living below poverty level. It means not eating 2 full meals in a day. Is it not really scandal for this society we are sitting here? Still now 30 to 40% population is not eating 2 full meals in a day. It means what means? If it is 40% means 400 million people. It's more people, more than whole European peoples. 400 million people still not eating 2 meals in a day. That is the scenario, and there you see, you have to do something. So this is my hospital, and you will see slowly, I will go quickly. Only 20 years before, nobody gave me, nobody believed in me. I believed in myself. Took everything, walked to the village, opened the hospital, it contained everything. You see here, what is the light? This one. You see betadine, cotton, medicine, instrument, gloves, and then garbage collecting sack. So this is my hospital. You are thinking, what you will do with this thing? I say life. Primary health care and public health preventive medicine is the answer. Because I realized as a specialty doctor in rural area, they do not need a specialty doctor. They need really primary care. Because 80% of the medical problem can be solved with the primary health, with the first aid, preventive medicine, public health. And you know where there is a big huge need, I mean a big poor area, and if you need a medical service is the most costly. Answer is not secondary tertiary medicine. Answer is primary health care, preventive medicine and public health, because 80% problem can be solved. If you are closing a wound, of course you need a operation theater, anesthesia, all this. If you have nothing, you just cannot wait and pray. So you give your hand, it's painful, but we are closing the wound. 90% sure that we are helping. Now this is, look, my second clinic in another village. The story is very funny, you know. I went to the village there, somewhere in Timata, you know, this area of this canning line. And I asked the village people, I am a doctor, give me a place, I will help you medically come, I will come once in a week. They have no place. I said, why not? This house will be good enough for me. He said, doctor, you are very kind, but I cannot give you because my cows and goats are living there. I went further, I said, okay, do little favor, I will come once in a week, please do not put your cow and goat once in a week, I am able to work. It was a good offer. Farmer said, please, I will do it. I am working inside. Just to show you proof to the society, to the people, that till you do not give me a hospital, I will continue like that. Now, this is the second one, biggest one you see now in Chunarpur. About that time, 300 to 400 mother and children walking from 60 to 80 kilometers on foot, 4-5 hours, waiting for me 4-5 hours because there is no other possibility. These are a common problem. I am not going medical part very extensive. This is a common problem. You know, 50 to 60% people, they call skin disease. Medical is called impetigo. It kills a human being. Look, can you think it's not medical scandal? Just impetigo is killing. This child came about 2-3 years before in our indoor, and then mother was crying because she was sure the child is going to die. We took him. After 15 days, the same child was completely cured, and the compliment, look, the poor mother, malnourished. Really, when I gave the child to the hand, the compliment was, doctor, thank you very much, you are God for me. Have I become God? No, I have nothing to do with the God. Only I did my job. I did my work, my profession, applied in the right way, the right place. This mother, because she was thinking without the doctor intervention, my child was going to definitely die. So I became a little bit God to her, but I have nothing to do with that God. This is a very common one, parasite. Severe malnutrition. I am not showing you, it's a very, you know, as a pediatrician, 30 to 40% children will come with the malnutrition, just not eating, drinking or anything, whatever you see, not going. But here I am not showing you the malnutrition. Look, the child is completely blind due to vitamin A deficiency. You see, give 6 months time, it's irreversible now. Just it costs only 2 rupees one tablet or an injection of retinol, you know. Just give 4 or 5 injection, child will be safe. 5 to 10% children in rural India becoming blind every year due to vitamin A deficiency. Tuberculosis is another common one. 20 to 25% people suffering with tuberculosis. Severe malnutrition, the child came to us, died because I had no indoor at that time. Look here, marasmus. You know, question or marasmus is how far it can go. I asked the mother, what treatment you have given last 6 months? This is the treatment. Putting little holy ash or plant. I told you 90% people will not meet a doctor, but he does not save the child. Now, you see, I have to expand it because 300, 400 mother children and especially women coming, I could not do it very well. This is the gynecologist joined with me. About 20 years before, she is still working with me, just expand. Look, a pediatrician, just to show you. A dental clinic, slowly I become little bit known, 3 years gone. Dental clinic, a gift. Money is not a problem, you see. Eye clinic, myself, homeopathy. The pharmacy, because I do not believe in charity, but poor people coming to our clinic, they will be not able to buy medicine because you have to provide it. There you have to help. And then you have to put other development project. Little laboratory, X-ray from Japan. This is my colleague, how I did, because voluntary organization, we had no money, so I trained up the local young boys and girls who become interested to work. They are the health worker, radiologist, pharmacologist, pathologist. So I developed the resource and I made the international cooperation with the Medical Student Association of the world. Every month sending about 20 to 30 medical students to help me. So this is the international team. You see, this is more even. Every month we are receiving the student as an internship, but they are doing voluntary work. They are serving and at the same time learning. So this is the thing they do. I'm going quickly. This is our ambulance some years before, but now we have the real one. Now this is, okay, this one I have to talk because cry is here. You know, look, malnutrition became a challenge for me. 30 to 40% children, severe malnutrition. This is a typical case of what you call protein energy malnutrition. Before you have seen the marasmus, I am not going detail on it. And then tuberculosis patient, even cancer and pregnant mother, lactating mother, they all need the nutrition. This was a problem because they came 40%, what I have to do, give the food. So I started to buy a baby food from Nestle. It's a bit costly because baby food is very costly here. So what happened, I started to buy it and give it to the free. But within 1 month, completely bankrupt. Because hundreds of this mother and children start to come. And you know, necessity is the mother of invention. That time as a doctor, I was thinking, I am buying very costly food. But what does food means? Food means medically protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, mineral and water. If you can give these 6 things in any form, life will go on. Like take the lesson from China and Japan, you know. China and Japan, they believe anything we will eat, they eat anything what moves except airplane and railway, train. So that is very good really, because in our country we have believed that is not to eat, that is not to eat. If you go to Africa, you know that that's Maasai tribes, they eat cow blood. If you go to really other like Rwanda, Burundi, they are very happy if they can kill a python because they take it by meter, half meter, quarter meter like that. So they are very happy. So anything you get really, any animal living being is protein. So do not have any really all these taboos, all the things. So I try to apply it that way. So now I need protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, mineral, water, where I will get it. But it was available really because I applied my own knowledge. I need carbohydrate. We have plenty, rice, wheat, corn. All these things are kilos you buy. And that is really high carbohydrate. Then you need proteins. Okay, soybean is the answer, and all the lentils. And then you need fat, the peanuts, because I am telling very quickly because time is running. Anyway, because very innovative. Look what I have done, very innovative idea. And then you need really medically this one, animal protein, because there is no any vegetable protein where you have that 8 essential amino acids. You have to give high class protein, egg, fish, milk, or meat, anything you have to give. How I do it? I found the answer. You see, what there is a will, there is a way. I found that little dry fish in the seaside area, very cheap, very bad smell, nobody like to eat. But for me, this is protein, animal protein. So if you buy it in kilos and fry, bake it, the bad smell will go. Make the powder, put in it. I made an experiment really. consulted with really WHO, World Health Organization. They said, go ahead, it looks very nice. And I have to make it cheaper, because if I ask a company to make it, it will be costly. So what I did, that we the volunteers, we have enough volunteers, we will go to the market, we will buy it and we will process it by ourselves. It's just like you go to eat in a restaurant or you buy in a supermarket, prepare at your home. That philosophy I apply. Now this one I was giving made me bankrupt, and now we are going to the market just to show you that you can apply it. So I have been trying that in the village there will be no electricity. So you have to use the local knowledge. Look, little dry fish, making powder, putting everything together, then plastic bag, closing with a candle lamp, you see, very intelligent. And the food packet is ready for me, it's a magic box. Because it is 10 times cheaper, I have been able to make it. 10 times more nutritious, because it contains everything. It's not like a baby food only milk. Because it has been formulated in everything, and also we have made the category. But you know, I got the magic box, but I became a big failure psychologically. Before I was giving a beautiful packet, I started to give this one after 1 month. Mothers were disappearing, nobody came, because they thought we are cheating the poor people, because we are giving some rubbish as they are poor. Because it was not enough good packet prepared. Presentation is not good. But we are much more smart, you know. We spend 1 rupee more making a beautiful paper packet. Look, ND1. I give the name ND1. Nutritious diet is my name. You can see everything I wrote. You see, picture of mother and child, our address, everything in English. The village mother cannot read English. They think it's coming from Switzerland or London. Problem is completely solved. After that, I have not to look behind. Yes, look, this one I have to reach up to that, and it cost only 1 rupee to make this beautiful paper packet and write it and put it. After that I had no problem. Now every day we are making 400 to 500 packets, giving it heavily, you see. This is the follow-up, you see, putting the growth chart. We do not even forget. The mother has to come every week. We follow the growth and the weight gaining. If the child is not gaining weight, the child will be sent to the doctor to see if there is any underlying pathology. This is the result. Now look, this is the beginning of the whole story, dear friend. From here, look, I said that I wanted to build a clinic for the poor people. As a doctor, nobody believed me, nobody gave me. I found a little building near, this is in Sonarpur, this is the historical one. This building, cows, animals are living, nobody use it. I was thinking this is the right place. I went to the owner, he's a rich man, he made it too for his, I think he didn't use it, he was thinking he will go to the village for the rest weekend. But it is really occupied by the animal, so I thought this is the right place. I went to him, he didn't believe in me. He said, you are a doctor coming from Europe, that will make a clinic, it will not happen, do not waste my time. I had no choice, I ran 1 month. After 1 month, he gave me permission that, okay, if you talk well, sounds well, it will not work, but I give you oral permission, you can use it once in a week only. Okay, that was enough, because I was really courageous. You know, when I got the permission that I will do it, I went to clinic, next one is better. Look, this is myself. That time I am a specialist doctor from Europe. I could really make my life anywhere. But I had the lesson from Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa that you see, Mahatma Gandhi teaches us, wealth without work is sin. So you have wealth, but you didn't work for it. It's sin. So anyway, you have to do it everything by yourself. So I started to clean up and call my 2 school friends, because that time I have no this collaboration, nobody was following me, nobody was believing in me. So 2 of my school friends from Jadavpur came and cleaned the bush, made it like that way. What, 3 years? In this 3 years time, everything started to happen. The owner of the building said, yes, you can use it 7 days in a week, because I believe it now that you are saving life. And the local community came. He said, doctor, please build a hospital. You are so good, but they are poor people. The most beautiful thing happened, the community head came. He was already, I conquered him. He said, doctor, we are poor people here. We cannot give you money. But this is not your place, your land, but we want to give you a piece of land gift. This is the piece of land was given by the community. Please build a hospital. When the land was given, I became more ambitious. You have to be ambitious. And I took the challenge and I put, you see, first time, look about children's hospital and maternity will come there. It's my commitment. So you need the ambition. So putting that, first time, I went to Belgium to my old university, because my professors, colleagues said, if you need help, please come. So I was able to raise fund about 7,000 euros. That is not enough to ask a contractor to build it. Again, the same philosophy that we will do it by ourselves. Look, my friend came from Belgium, my colleagues, I am digging also, I took the picture. picture, I am not there. After 6 months, the hospital is ready. You see, now we can do something more quickly. You see, breast nurses, my colleagues are giving the incision. After 7 days, the same mother is smiling to you. That is the most beautiful thing we can do because of our intervention. Someone is smiling. Severe malnutrition. Now the child will not die. We have the hospital, infusion bed, doctor, oxygen, so we can do something more. Cleft lip, anything. Now premature, just going quickly. Look, I made an incubator. With this picture, I was talking some 5 years before in Italy. There was some Rotarian. After my lecture, he said, "Doctor, you are doing very good work. We have some money for you. Please buy a real one." Now you see you have the real one. I said, "Your money is not a big problem for good one." Now we have already arrived oceanography from Australia, from Perth, from the University from Perth. Now I move little further, dear friend. In the meantime, 5 years gone. The patient more and more. I was doing good work, but I am not reducing the patient. And the same patient I cured, after 1 week, after 1 month coming back with the same problem, bring their new neighbor, new friend, more patient. I said, God, what I am doing here? There I said that I knew medicine, I was honest, sincere, I applied it, but I didn't look what they need exactly. The problem was among my patients coming, nearly 80 to 90% really could not read and write. Even I write in Bengali 3 times in a day, one taking, putting, one taking. So it was really going, my West was going as a symptomatic support, nothing else. Because they cannot read, they do not understand what is really, bacteria, virus is a big thing, even what is good water, what is bad water, they could not identify. I was giving my work, it's very good, becoming a little god, but I was not solving anything. The problem was, you see, came to me, that poverty, to elevate poverty and to give literacy, how I do it. And that time already I met my wife, she is from teaching line. We said, okay, we cannot do anything, but let's try 10 children from our poor people, we'll send them to the school. Asking my good friend to sponsor them. I'm going quickly. This is one of the first 10 children. You will see that, how we have done them, it's sorry, that is going. Oh, so, okay. Let's say, this is the first school. Look here, inside the school, semi-school, my wife is teaching. If you can give education, what the chance here, look here. This is the mother never got the chance. These are the children because of our educational effort going to the school. We started with 10 children, now 8,000 children in our school, 3,000 sponsors, with 11,000 children in our school. Education is important. If you create a school, then it will be like this. If you not, they will be there, the girl child at the age of 13, 14 will be married, or will be really going in the wrong traffic, child, boy child will be a child labor. This is the one I want to show you, look. 12 years before we identified that the poor girl, now she is there, last year she became 18 years with diploma going to the university, the parents. We have now 3,000-4,000 examples like this. This is the second child, this is our night guard, cannot take his salary by fingerprint, his son is going to the university. This picture really gives you very good explanation, you see. This is the typical house, 80% people live in rural area. This is the couple, their generation. If he is not going to the school, he will become like them. If he can go to the school, he will become like me. That's the one. Yeah, simple. Now, the education of one child will not change the world, but for the child, the problems of the world will be solved. Completely. Now, yeah. Adult education, as you were talking, I started to build a school. This is the first school you see there by the help of the Italian government. In the meantime, we became known to them. You see what we have done. Completely a second primary school, secondary school, 800 children of the village, Nepalgam here nearby. After 10 years, you do not need to go to help them because they are self-sufficient at that time. This is the orphanage. This is inside our school. We try to make good enough. Now we have built 32 schools. This is the school. Look, it comes. Every country has a sponsored school. 32 schools have been constructed. More than 450 teachers. 8,000 children are going to the school, or BPL or first generation learner. All in the different islands. Look, 32 schools I told you. Go quickly. This is the same center you have seen now. By the Swiss support, we have now the proper outdoor. Now we have to move. You have heard about Professor Muhammad Yunus. How much time I can take? 2-3 minutes more? Yeah. Is it okay? Okay. Because I have to show this is it's coming here now. You see, a doctor became teacher and becoming a banker. You will see that. Because after solving medical and education problem, the mothers came, doctor, we are poor, we do not eat 2 million a day and we have to send the child to the school. It's really, we cannot. I said, economics, that I cannot, because I will not give money as a donation. That is not the way. I will not going to do it. How to do it? And that time, about 9 years before, one of the television lecture, Professor Muhammad